Snipers, you have to see what's happening in the Bitcoin price right now as traditional markets open up in less than 12 hours. We had a holiday weekend. This is an emergency 1 a.m. update because look at this, Snipers. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content. The S&P 500 up over 1% for futures markets. The DXY down, both very positive for Bitcoin. Bitcoin already up over 1% as I record this video. Guess what? The Bitcoin price right now is inside of a range with a upside resistance and target of 23,795. Why is that significant? Well, from current price as I record this video at 20,800, that is about a 15% push to the upside. Is that justified for Bitcoin right now? We have yet to fill the CME gap at 18,440. Even though price action came down to that level, it was during the weekend, not during CME being open. Could we potentially front run that CME gap, see this relief rally to 24,000 before potentially filling that CME gap later down the road? Well, based on the revolving parts, that could be the case because right now, everything is looking positive, at least for this market open. The NASDAQ up almost 2%. Japan already up over 2%. Check this out, Snipers. This is going to be a quick video, but these are some very important things I want you to notice, especially before this market open. The Ethereum to Bitcoin chart has reconquered the 53,500 Satoshi level. That is a very positive sign in the immediate short term to justify that there's a little bit of confidence coming back to the market. But here's what's most interesting, Snipers, and then we'll get back to the Bitcoin chart. The total market cap actually did not breach its 2018 previous all-time high like Bitcoin did, and closed its weekly candle above its 200-week moving average. Why is that important? Well, could we say that potentially Bitcoin over the immediate short term was the only asset in the cryptocurrency market to show weakness because we saw institutions fighting against each other to liquidate positions, but the overall market hit a major support and held that support? Yeah, Bitcoin didn't hold its 200-week moving average for this weekly close, but the total market cap did, and look what else did. The Bitcoin against SPY chart held above its 200-week moving average. Why is that important? Because you can see here, in the past, not only has this 200-week moving average been the bottom, we can sit here and look at a ton of on-chain metrics saying that we are in a capitulation, we are at a bottom, but what's most important is this chart. And notice how, just like in March of 2020, we held above this 200-week moving average with the weekly candle close body, and that actually also held true for this recent weekly candle. Does that at least at a minimum justify a relief rally right now? 100% in my opinion. So here's the deal, Snipers. Bitcoin right now inside of the range with a support of 19,798. As long as we stay above this, this is not the final destination. This is showing strength. We are above a major support level right now, having a cup of coffee, indicating it's not the final destination. After a move coming from the downside, which means we are starting to move up, does that mean that we come and test 24,000 US dollars for this next move? Certainly on the table, especially with how the four-dimensional revolving parts are looking. And so the major resistance is 24,000 US dollars as long as we stay above 19,800. And then for Ethereum, I'll wrap up this video. The Ethereum to US dollar price inside of a range with a resistance of 1165, which we are teetering right towards that level, trying to get above it, knocking on the door. You knock on the door enough times, it's going to open up the door to 1277. And then just above that, we have the previous all-time high for Ethereum from 2018 at 1440, which we've yet to test. We broke and sliced right through it, did not test a previous resistance as a previous support as a resistance yet. Does that justify that we come up to test that at least once as a resistance? Certainly on the table. So here's what we know, Snipers. I'm going to wrap up the video. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm for these 1 a.m. updates. After going to the gym, doing a lot today for a Monday, I'm still getting these video updates out to you guys no matter what. So could we make this assumption that Bitcoin fell below its 2018 all-time high as institutions were fighting to liquidate each other, but the total market cap, Bitcoin against SPY, still held strong at the major support, unlike Bitcoin? And now we're starting to see Bitcoin get back above its 2018 previous all-time high, hold it as support, but we still have an unfilled CME gap at 18,440. And we did reach that price on the weekend, but we didn't fill the gap because CME wasn't open. Are they going to leave us at the edge of the table? And maybe we see Bitcoin relief to 24,000 before we get more answers from equity markets. If equity markets show weakness through this week, then we come down to fill that CME gap later. I think that's on the table. I don't think it's a guarantee that we fill that CME gap. There's also CME gap at 28,000. But right now, at least in the immediate short term, in the next 24 hours, it's a little bit of a long shot to say 28,000 is on the table. I think 24,000 certainly is on the table. As long as we hold above 19,000, that's what we know. That's the black and white on the charts. The major support is the 2018 previous all-time high. It's great that we're having a cup of coffee above it, not below it, because that justifies it's not the final destination for this upside move. We broke back above it. It was a previous support. It broke, and then it became resistance. We're back above it. Now it's a support. So the next destination is 24,000 as long as we stay above that level. And with that, thank you all for tuning in to the Snipers channel today. I will get another video out if there's something to talk about that's important like this. And until next time, Snipers out.